So, former President Donald Trump is back in hopes of becoming president once again. I can't say nobody saw that coming, as many political pundits have been saying he will absolutely run for president again, and here we are. If you've forgotten how divisive Trump's presidency was, especially when it comes to racial relations in America, this video will give you just a small, tiny glimpse of it. I will not tell you to vote for this candidate over that candidate. And as we know, Trump is not a new candidate. We have been through 4 years of his presidency already. This video is just a look back at some of his highlights of most racist Donald Trump moments. I should say so far because it's almost guaranteed these moments will keep coming, especially if he's back in the White House. For some, none of these moments or comments individually are evidence enough that this man is racist. But can we at least agree that when they're all added up, they show at least a pattern of racist thoughts? So, for the sake of time, we're gonna skip the Central Park 5 case and start with Trump's massive role in birthism, a conspiracy theory that claimed President Barack Obama, America's first black president, was not born in the US, therefore could not qualify to run for president.
In just a few short weeks, Donald Trump's stance on where President Obama was born has, well, evolved. From this,
the reason I have a little doubt, just a little, it's because he grew up and nobody knew him.
To this,
I want him to show his birth certificate.
To this.
I'm saying it's a real possibility, much greater than I thought 2 or 3 weeks ago. Then he has pulled one of the great cons in the history of politics.
Trump even went as far as to claim to send investigators to Hawaii to look into Obama's birth certificate. This is such a peculiar move by Trump. He was a registered Democrat from August 2001 through September 2009, according to the New York records, and was a big donor to the Democratic Party. So why would he take up this crusade to delegitimize the candidacy of President Obama, a Democratic candidate at the time when Trump was really not affiliated with the Republican Party? What was it about Obama that he didn't like or didn't believe out of all the other Democrats he supported? Because of all this rigmarole, they would say in the South, Obama was forced to release his birth certificate to put this conspiracy theory to rest and show he was indeed born on US soil. Years later, Trump finally admitted that Obama was born in America. Side note, does everyone remember when Obama clowned him in front of a large group of people at that presidential comedy night? Run that clip.
Donald Trump is here tonight. Now I know that he's taken some flack lately, but no one is happier, no one is prouder to put this birth certificate matter to rest than the Donald. And that's because he can finally get back to focusing on the issues that matter. Like, did we fake the moon landing? What really happened in Roswell? And where are Biggie and Tupac?
But Trump's questioning of Obama, of course, didn't end there. He also insisted Obama release his university transcripts to show he was smart enough to go to Columbia and Harvard. Trump claimed he heard Obama was a terrible student and didn't understand how he could get into Columbia and then go to Harvard Law School. Leave a comment below if you know what school Trump went to, because I don't. Then up next, we have that fine moment in 2015 when Trump launched his presidential campaign by calling Mexican immigrants rapists who are bringing crime and drugs into the US.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
He did add that some are good people, but the emphasis was definitely on the rapists and criminals. That's who Mexico is sending over here. Build the wall became a massive slogan on his campaign. Now let me take you back to another moment when the word some has been used by Trump by going over to the August 2017 Charlottesville protest held by white supremacists.
A major American college campus transformed into a battlefield. 10 o'clock Friday night, hundreds of white nationalists storming the University of Virginia, protesting plans to remove a statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee.
Blood and soil!
Torches in hand, chants echoing across the historic campus.
You will not replace us!
When violence broke out between the white supremacist protesters and the counter-protesters, Trump suggested both sides were morally equivalent by putting blame on both sides. He then added that there were some very fine people among the white supremacists.
You had some very bad people in that group, but you also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
Trump's appeasement of white supremacists is a repeated move.
But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
What do you want to call them? Give me a name. Give me a
white
name.
Supremacists and
Who would
white
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by.
It was obviously, without a doubt, a move to attract or keep white supremacist vote. And in a moment that angered my African business partner, Trump reportedly asked in 2018, why are we having all these people from shithole countries come here? That was in reference to immigrants from Haiti and African countries. That question was asked in a bipartisan meeting, and Trump went on to suggest that we should take in more immigrants from countries like Norway. Trump did deny that he made these comments, but some senators that were present during the meeting confirmed the comments did happen. I have zero doubts these comments happened because there is another comment against immigrants made very recently by President Trump.
Nobody has ever seen anything like we're witnessing right now. It is a very sad thing for our country. It's poisoning the blood of our country. It's so bad, and people are coming in with disease. People are coming in with every possible thing that you can have.
Trump said immigrants come from all over the world like Africa and Asia and are poisoning the blood of our country. And I bet you're wondering, where did he get this term or concept of blood poisoning? Well, one person that is very popular for this term is none other than Adolf Hitler. Hitler wrote in his manifesto that immigration and the mixing of races was blood poisoning.
They're ruining our country, and it's true. They're destroying the blood of our country. That's what they're doing. They're destroying our country. They don't like it when I said that, and I never read Mein Kampf. They said, oh, Hitler said that, in a much different way.
So, is Trump a racist, a bigot, or an opportunist who sees a chance to attract voters by using racist and divisive language? One might argue that this is just performative bigotry from Trump, but there is evidence that these types of comments and deeds were common for the former president long before he ran for president. An example of this is the fact that his property management company was sued way back in the 70s for violating the Fair Housing Act when he refused to rent to black tenants. And I know you will have a ton to say about this video. I can't wait to read all of your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. I really appreciate you.
Tonight, for the first time, I am releasing my official birth video. I want to make clear to the Fox News table, that was a joke. That was not my real birth video. That was a children's cartoon.